Good morning, everyone. My name is Yolanda Vasquez. I am the External Affairs Director for the Howard County State's Attorney's Office, and I'd like to thank everyone for coming out this morning as we mark the one-year anniversary of the LEAD program here in Howard County. LEAD stands for Law Enforcement Assisted Diversion. So we are excited to share with you a status update and future plans for the program. And we've got a lot of speakers, so we're going to get right to it. Let's first start off with Howard County Executive, Dr. Calvin Ball.
Thank you so much, Yolanda. Good morning, and thank you all for being with us today here at the Howard County Circuit Courthouse. Howard County is a place where we ensure that our residents are not only safe, but feel safe. While every year that I've served as your county executive, Columbia has been named the safest city in America, we're working to do more. A little over a year ago, we were here to announce the launch of the Law Enforcement Assisted Diversion, or LEAD program. Since the launch, 22 individuals were referred into the program, 11 of them chose to participate, and 10 remain with no further encounters with law enforcement. Our LEAD program has proven to be successful due to its less punitive, more effective public health-based approach with a 91% success rate. The program is vital in identifying the root causes of nonviolent crime and providing the resources needed to reduce further harm. With this program, we're changing how we handle criminal behavior related to problematic substance misuse, mental illness, chronic homelessness, poverty, and other health and wellness related issues. Per the LEAD National Bureau, the program has reduced recidivism of its participants by about 58% and has an average cost savings of around $3,000 for each participant in LEAD versus the system as usual approach. Instead of facing the system of booking, detention, prosecution, conviction, and incarceration, individuals are referred to our health department where they receive a range of support services, including substance use treatment, physical and mental health support, housing, education, and employment. We remain committed to supporting safe communities and promoting opportunities for all communities and individuals to realize their full potential. I want to thank Rich Gibson, our state's attorney, for his leadership in championing this program, and for our partners in the state's attorney's office, police, sheriff, health and corrections, and public defender's office for your important roles in collaboration to make this a success, not just for our community, but for each and every individual who's impacted, their families, and their neighborhoods. I want to thank all of our partners for making this a priority, making it so that as we continue to see these positive outcomes, we're going to see lives changed by this program. Together, we will ensure that each person becomes their very best selves and lives their very best lives. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Calvin Ball. And joining us now at the podium is Kunle Adeyemo. He is the Executive Director of the Governor's Office of Crime Prevention, Youth, and Victim Services. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Yolanda, for that introduction. And thank you, County Executive Ball, Chief Durr, State's Attorney Gibson, Dr. Rossman, Sheriff, for the important work that you are doing here today in Howard County through the LEAD program, and for inviting us to join you at your office here today. Collaboration is at the core of the Hogan administration. Across agencies with state, local, federal, and many other programs and initiatives that we support. We're extremely proud of the success that we've accomplished together in many areas, especially in our criminal justice system. And today we're proud to join together in highlighting one such accomplishment. But how did we get here? When Governor Hogan signed the Justice Reinvestment Act in 2016, he joined members of the General Assembly and the elected officials across the state in making it clear that the status quo with crime prevention was unacceptable. Together, we embarked upon a new evidence-based approach to crime prevention that tackles crime at its root causes by putting an emphasis on rehabilitative treatment, more support for crime victims, and empowering children and youth all around Maryland, regardless of their zip code. All while providing record funding to our police officers to provide the tools, equipment, and training they need to protect our communities. As you'll see today, the data has shown us that one of the most impactful reforms we can implement to prevent the cycle of criminal behavior from taking hold in our communities is law enforcement assistant diversion. The LEAD program improves collaboration between law enforcement and healthcare providers so that individuals with substance use or behavioral health issues receive rehabilitative care. Since the program's implementation in 2019, our office has directed $6.4 million in funding to establish or expand LEAD programs in 9 counties across the state, with an additional program in the Office of the Public Defender. And today, we stand here together, encouraged by the progress we've seen with the LEAD program throughout Maryland, and especially here in Howard County. The LEAD program takes a unique approach to diversion, directly involving our law enforcement personnel in the process, and works in concert with several of our criminal justice programs. Through Governor Hogan's Maryland Criminal Intelligence Network Heron Coordinator Program alone, nearly 14,000 Marylanders have been referred to treatment services. Through the recently announced Police Accountability and Community Transparency Act, $7.5 million was directed to law enforcement agencies throughout Maryland to support de-escalation training and other community relationship building efforts. As part of the Justice Reinvestment Act, more than $10 million has been directed to support pretrial and reentry services. And to make sure our police officers are fully supported and that crime victims have uninterrupted care and services, Governor Hogan has directed a record $500 million this year through his Refund the Police initiative to support law enforcement and victim service providers. These LEAD numbers are more than just impressive statistics. They are lives saved and crimes that have been prevented. County Executive Ball, Chief Durr, State's Attorney Gibson, and Sheriff Harris, everyone involved in the LEAD program here in Howard County, all of you, we really want to thank you. All we know is that there's still a lot of work to be done. But together, we are heading in the right direction and will continue to work together to build a safer, healthier, and more prosperous Maryland. Thank you all.
Thank you, Boulay. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. And coming up next to the podium, to the microphone, is Howard County State's Attorney, Rich Gibson.
Good morning, everyone. Within the criminal justice system, it's essential to have options. There are times where a severe response is required, and there are times when a lighter touch without harsh consequences is what's best for society and the person interacting with the justice system. I'm really proud of the collaborative work that's been done by multiple agencies over the last year within the LEAD program. Public Defender's Office has been a part of it, the Health Department, Dr. Rossman, County Executive Calvin Ball, appreciate that, Sheriff Harris, Police Chief Durr, all the participants at the ground level working with people that are in the program. We truly appreciate your assistance in making this a success. Justine, you, thank you. This program reduces the impact on police resources, prosecutorial resources, court resources, and taxpayers, while still addressing and hopefully reducing criminal behavior without employing our typical criminal justice system. Those reductions in pursuing minor offenses allow each of those agencies, the police, the attorney's office, the courts, to focus our resources on more serious cases that require more of our attention and a more stern response. The LEAD program is not about quantitative reach, about touching every person, but rather is focused on qualitative goals, taking the time to make an impact on and invoking a massive change in the lives of a few carefully selected people who are at a point in their lives where they're ready to receive the help without burdening them with conviction, a conviction that could undermine the successful integration towards a lawful and positive future. Now that we're out of the pilot phase and have identified and overcome some of the issues with launching a program such as this, we look forward to scaling up and rolling out the program across the county. Again, I am incredibly grateful for the collaborative work. I'm incredibly grateful to have the opportunity to make a difference in people's lives, and I want to thank all of our partners in working towards a safer and better Howard County. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Gibson. And coming up next to the podium, I'd like to introduce Chief Gregory Durr from the Howard County Police Department.
Good morning and thank you. I'd like to thank all of our partners here, and I'd like to give a thank you to Calvin Ball, Dr. Calvin Ball, our county executive, who gives us the resources and the ability to do these programs up front. So thank you very much. I'm glad to be here today to acknowledge the success of the LEAD program in Howard County. Policing is about so much more than making arrests. Today's policing is about providing access to services that offer members of our community their best chance to rehabilitate instead of incarceration. Here in Howard County, we are focused on benefits of restorative justice and recognizing the value in reducing interaction with the criminal justice system whenever possible. We have many strategies at the police department to address the root cause of crime. From the mental health to opioid addiction, we know there are behavioral issues that must be addressed to prevent the cycle of illegal activity. Over the last year, LEAD has been another effective tool in our toolbox. This program has enabled police officers to offer an alternative that can address these root causes of criminal behavior. Under the appropriate circumstances, officers make referrals to LEAD instead of filing criminal charges in some misdemeanor cases. It is reassuring to know that with this referral, our officers are able to direct access to substance abuse treatment, mental health care, housing services, employment options, and peer support. Addressing these needs can help prevent future crimes in our communities. And while it is our job to enforce violations of the law, our first choice is always preventing those violations from happening in the first place. This program has enabled us to provide an effective restorative justice option to our adult population. Our goal is to offer services that will best support each individual's needs. LEAD helps change the course of someone's path before they head too far in the wrong direction. We are glad to mark this one-year milestone in Howard County. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chief Durr. And joining us now is Dr. Maura Rossman. She is the Howard County Health Officer with the Howard County Health Department. Sorry, I had to do a little refreshing there. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Yolanda, and I too want to thank all the partners, and you're hearing about the incredible teamwork, and obviously the county executive who allows us to do our work here, and the Governor's Office on Crime Prevention who is providing the funding and leadership. And also want to acknowledge the Howard County Health Department staff, if you want to stand up or wave or be acknowledged for your great work on this. So as we've heard today, LEAD offers individuals who participate in low-level crime the opportunity to be diverted to human services instead of entering the criminal justice system after an encounter with a law enforcement official. This allows the individual to receive the support they need from the health department rather than face criminal charges, and frees up police officers to do their job in preventing more serious crimes. After completing the one-year pilot phase of our NACO award-winning LEAD program, we are proud that 100% of the current participants have been connected to health care and resources, including traditional substance use treatment, medication-assisted treatment, harm reduction services, mental health care, family and legal support, housing resources, education, and workforce training. the so-called social determinants of health that we know are so important in our lives. Of the 22 eligible individuals referred to the program, we heard that 11 chose to participate, and of those participating, 10 remain with the program and have not had further encounters. We know the data shows that this program is working to reduce recidivism and keep these individuals healthy and out of the criminal justice system. As the program expands to other parts of the county in the second year, our peer support team stands ready to assist as needed. Health Department peer recovery support specialists are individuals who are in recovery themselves and through their shared experiences uniquely trained and qualified to work with others in similar situations. Our peer support team works around the clock, that's 24/7, responds to all requests for their services, and this has been another great outlet for them to assist those in need. Individuals referred to our program have the opportunity to meet with a peer specialist to develop a plan. Once in the program, that person remains in contact with their support team throughout the process to obtain health services while working to meet their other lifelong goals. The Health Department supports all efforts to recognize and treat substance use and other behavioral health conditions as public health issues and to address social service needs that may give rise to criminal offenses in ways that avoid the criminal justice system. We've heard that others agree that LEAD is a powerful tool for our behavioral health experts to use for us in the Health Department to continue our mission to provide accessible health services to everyone in our community. This program breaks down the silos between law enforcement, health department, government, criminal justice system, and ensures that individuals receive the care and support to address their unmet needs. And just as a reminder to everyone here, if you or a loved one are struggling with some substance use or a mental health challenge, you don't need to wait for a referral to LEAD. Anyone can call our behavioral health navigation team at 410-313-6202 to help locating behavioral health resources. Thank you.
And last, but certainly not least, is Mr. Manzi Brunson, who is answering a call right now. But Mr. Brunson, they must have known that you were going to be a superstar right now. Come on up. He is a lead participant here in the program.
Good morning. My name is Manzi Brunson. I'm happy to be here this morning to share my story about how I got involved with the LEAD program. Well, I came to Maryland to work in 1966. I had several jobs and finally became a professional painter while here. I met my wife, and we've been together for 43 years. Like most folks, I started drinking, but eventually more drink and more experience with other drugs, including cocaine. Because of my drinking and drug, I had many run-ins with the law. I was eventually put in jail. It never helped. Last fall, I came in contact with Officer Contez, God bless him. He offered me a chance to get service through the LEAD program. I was able to get medical care, help with housing. Thanks to my LEAD case manager, I have a peer recovery coach who has helped me find support groups start a healthier lifestyle. Because of LEAD, I have been able to stay out of legal trouble, including jail for over 9 months. Which I didn't go, but almost. That was a blessing. I continue to work every day and am a better husband because of the changes I have made. And the people in the LEAD program, they are saints. And I appreciate everyone that helped me. I'm sober, and I'm steady working on staying that way and drug-free. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Brunson. Here's your phone back. Thank you. Thank you very much, everyone. And that concludes our press conference. Thanks for joining us this morning. Bye-bye.